Hey everyone, Jenna Weinstein here, owner of Ripple Effect Performance, and welcome back to another episode of The Mental Perspective, a show where I'm bringing you sports psychology tips, strategies, and techniques to help you enhance your performances. And if you're liking and enjoying these videos, please be sure to like and subscribe so that you can get notified when new content is coming out every week. And for this week, I'm going to be talking about the 5 common mistakes that we make when it comes to our mindset and how those mistakes can lead us to developing a fixed mindset. So let's get after it. So what do I mean by mindset anyway? The definition of mindset is our thoughts and beliefs about ourselves. How do we perceive our talents, skills, and abilities over time? And we can have one of two mindsets. We can either have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. And when we have a fixed mindset about our talents, skills, and abilities, we believe that those talents, skills, and abilities can't change or they won't change no matter what we try to do. So let's get into these 5 common mistakes that can lead us to developing a fixed mindset. So the first mistake that we can make that can lead us to developing a fixed mindset is we avoid challenges. If I have a fixed mindset about a certain ability of mine and I don't think it's gonna get any better, why would I challenge myself in that area? I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna avoid any challenges that are gonna test my talents, skills, and abilities if I have a fixed mindset about them. Going on to that, the second mistake we make is if we're trying to pursue a certain talent, skill, or ability, and we experience a setback, we tend to give up more easily. So it makes sense that if I have a fixed mindset about a certain talent or ability of mine, and I'm presented with a setback or an obstacle, I'm not gonna work very hard to try and get over that setback or try and overcome it in some way. I'm gonna give up more easily. The third mistake we make when we have a fixed mindset is we don't put in as much effort into developing these areas. If I think that a certain area of my life is as good as it's gonna get and no matter what I do, it's gonna stay the same, why bother working harder to develop that area? So that's the third mistake we make when we have a fixed mindset. We don't put in as much effort into developing those areas. The fourth mistake we make when we have a fixed mindset about a certain area or talent in our life is we don't take feedback very well in this area. It's difficult for you to either listen to feedback or implement feedback. When it comes time to actually put that feedback into action, you're probably not gonna do as good of a job with that, especially if you have a fixed mindset. And the fifth mistake we make when it comes to having a fixed mindset is we tend to blame others or put other people down who start doing better than us in these areas. Somebody beats us in a race or an event, we tend to default by saying, oh yeah, well, they cheated, or of course they did better. They had more time and training than I did. Of course they did better. So we tend to make excuses or we tend to put down other people's success when we have a fixed mindset. But when it comes to accomplishing our goals or making progress in other areas in our lives, having a fixed mindset can really hold us back. Because if we believe that our talents, skills, and abilities can't improve and won't get better, then we're not going to put any extra effort into developing those areas. And if we're trying to pursue a goal or get better at something and we don't think that we fundamentally can, then we're already holding ourselves back before we even get started. So this is why it is so important that we're aware as to whether or not we have a fixed mindset in certain areas in our lives. So maybe some of you are thinking right now, oh man, that sounds horrible. There's no way that I have a fixed mindset about anything in my life. Let's slow down and let's pump the brakes a little bit because it's a lot more common to have a fixed mindset than you think. I guarantee you that almost all of us have a fixed mindset about at least one area in our lives in some way, shape, or form. I know I do. I don't consider myself to be a good runner. And this is coming from a person who has completed 2 marathons, several half marathons, countless 5Ks and other fun events, yet I still don't see myself as a good runner. It's really difficult for me to really think of myself as a runner, even though I have all this evidence showing me that I am a good runner. I still don't believe it in my core. So what I challenge you all to do is really think about it for a second and see if you can identify at least one area in your life where you know you might have a fixed mindset. Building self-awareness is half the battle to developing a strong mindset. So again, my challenge to you all this week is to think about any areas in your life where you may have a fixed mindset. And if you've noticed that you do have a fixed mindset about a certain area in your life, please be sure to leave a comment down below about what that is and how it might be impacting your everyday life. And if you're more interested in understanding what mindset is all about and how you can develop more of a growth mindset, which we'll talk more about next week, but if you're really eager, I would recommend checking out a book written by Dr. Carol Dweck, and it's called Mindset. Really great tips and strategies in there to understand more about what mindset is all about. I want to thank you all for coming by this week and checking out this video. If you found this video to be helpful, please be sure to like it and make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you can get notified when new content is coming out each week. Be sure to share this video with other people who you think could find this information useful as well. And remember, this channel is all about making small changes into our everyday lives, and we make those small changes on a consistent everyday basis. That's gonna lead to us making big achievements in our everyday lives and accomplishing goals, and making sure that we exceed our own expectations in our performances. That's what the ripple effect is, folks. So let's start your ripple effect today.